Hi, this is Matt with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we'll be showing you how to repair your appliance. Remember, anytime you work on an appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. In this video, we're going to show you how to change out the Frigidaire dryer ball. It's going to be a very easy repair and should only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can click on the link below or get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. When you open up the package, you're going to get the new ball. The ball is located in the back of the dryer and it grounds the drum to the cabinet. The main reason you'd be changing it out is if it's lost or damaged. In order to change the part, we have to go around to the back of the dryer. Now that we're at the back of the machine, we're going to use our Phillips screwdriver to remove this access panel. Once you have both screws out, you can lift the access panel off and set it aside. In order to take the belt off the pulley, we're going to push the pulley towards the center of the dryer to release the tension on the belt so we can take it off the pulleys. Now that we have the belt off the pulleys, we can go around front and lift up the top. We're going to take a putty knife and slide it in from the edge. Once you feel the locking clip, you can slide it over a little bit and press in on the locking clip. Once you have it pressed, you can lift up on the top a little bit so it doesn't lock back down while we do the other side. Once you have both locking clips released, you can lift the top up. If you're going to lean this against the wall, put a towel across this so you don't scratch anything. We're going to use a lanyard. Now that we have the top supported, we have to remove a screw on each side. We're going to use our Phillips screwdriver to take them out. When you're taking these screws in or out, you want to make sure that you don't drop them down inside the dryer. Now that we have the screws out, we're going to take a putty knife and get in between the front panel and the cabinet. We have to twist the putty knife to release the retaining clips. Once you have the retaining clips free, you can pull the front panel out. Just want to pull it far enough so you can see the door switch. We're going to take the wires off. You can use a small flathead screwdriver to help you if they're tight. Just remember that the blue one was on the top and the gray one was on the side. Once you have the wires off the door switch, you can lower the front panel down a little bit more and lift it off the two lower mounting brackets. Once you have it off, you can set it aside. Now that we have the front panel off, we can take the spacer off. It's located on the support bar that goes up across the cabinet. We're going to use our Phillips screwdriver to take it out. Now that we have the spacer out, we can take the dryer drum out. We have to lift up on the back to get the ball to come out of the bushing. So we're going to lift up, and then we can slide it forward, and then set the drum down, and guide it out through the front. You just have to guide the drum out through these cutouts on each side. Once you have the drum out, you can set it aside. Now that we have the dryer drum out, we're going to take out the screws that hold the bearing assembly to the back wall. We're going to use a 5/16 inch nut driver to take them out. As you're taking the second one out, you want to reach around the back and hold on to the little retainer back there that the screws go through. Once the screw's off of that, you can pull it out, and then you can pull the whole bearing assembly off the back wall. Here's the old ball next to the new one. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. To get the old one out, we're just going to take a small flathead screwdriver and pop it out. You can set it aside. And then if you need to, you can take the screwdriver and get a little bit of the grease from the inside. And you want to put that where the new ball is going to sit so it sticks in place while we put the assembly together. Once you have the ball installed, we can put it into the dryer. To put the new ball in, we're going to set the bearing onto the bracket, and then you have to make sure that this tab right here goes into the slot. But first we're going to put one of the screws through the bearing in the bracket. And then we can use the 5/16 inch nut driver to guide that all into place. Once you have it in place, we're going to reach around back and hold this bracket over the end of the screw so we can tighten it down. We're not going to tighten the first one down. We're just going to get it started. Once you have the second screw in, you can tighten down the first one. Now that we have the new ball installed, we can put the drum back in the dryer. To put the drum back in, we're going to use the belt to lift it up and guide it through the cutouts. Once you have it in the dryer, we have to make sure that the ball goes into the bearing. So you have to lift up on the back, just like when we took it out. Once you have it in place, you want to make sure that the belt is lined up with its wear mark and the ribs are against the drum. Now we can put the spacer back in. We're just going to lift it up from underneath the bar, line up the screw hole. We can use the Phillips screwdriver to put the screw in. Once you have the spacer back on, we can put the front panel back on. To put the front panel back on, we're going to carefully set it onto the mounting brackets at the bottom. Once you have it in place, we're going to lift it up about halfway and grab the wires for the door switch and put them back on. Remember, the blue one went on this terminal and the gray one went on the side one. Once you have the wires connected, we're going to push the panel in until it hits the drum. Then we have to lift up on it so the felt bearing goes inside the drum lip. Then we can push the front panel on all the way so the locking clips lock in. Now that we have the front panel in place, we can use our Phillips screwdriver to put the screws in to hold it to the cabinet. Now that we have the screws in, we can lower the top down. We're going to take the lanyard off and lower the top down. All you have to do is lower it down so the locking tabs line up, and then you can snap it in place. Now we can route the belt through the idler pulley and the motor pulley. All you have to do is set the belt on the idler pulley and then pull the idler pulley towards the center of the dryer so we can wrap the belt around the motor pulley. Once you have the belt routed, you can let go of the idler pulley and then we can put the access panel back on. All you have to do is put these two tabs into the holes on the cabinet and rotate it over, and you can hold it in place with your foot, and then we can grab our Phillips screwdriver and put the screws in. Now that we have the dryer put back together, you can plug it back in and take it for a spin. Thanks for joining us for another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. Check out our other repair videos on our site, Facebook, and YouTube.